Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby from CATANO GLAM, and today's video is fully dedicated to this super festive holiday glam look. I know that Thanksgiving just passed, but we're still in the holiday season, and honestly, you can use this for whatever sort of glam occasion that you have. It is a super recreation of makeup that Iluvsarahii or Karen created, so I'm going to just teach you my ways and the products that I use to get a look super similar to this one. So if you're interested, keep on watching. But before we move on, I'm gonna ask that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and remember to click the notification bell if you want to get notified for whenever I post a new video. I want this CATANO GLAM English family to grow. Remember, I post videos in Spanish as well, and if you're interested in watching this one or any of my other videos in Spanish, just click the link down below under Spanish channel. This is my channel in English, and I hope that you guys like it. Let's move on to the video. Okay guys, so we're gonna start off with the brows, and honestly I should have done my hair at the end of the video, but I didn't think of that. I wanted to have a cute hairstyle, and now I look like this. I like to brush them upwards first with a spoolie. So I like to start off filling in the beginning of the brow and then slowly working it into the end of the brow. And I normally would start off at the tail of the brow and work in, but because I'm using a way lighter shade this time, I felt like the front of the brow needed a little bit more of it. And I like to take a spoolie and then just brush off, making sure the hairs are in place. So this product is not my favorite, but I used it on Thanksgiving and I really liked how it looked, so I've been using it lately and I'm starting to like it a little bit more. So it is from L'Oreal. It's pretty affordable. I did get it in PR, so I don't know the exact price to it, but it's from the Havana collection from Camila Cabello. So I'm going to start off with my eyes, and to prime my eyes I'm going to use the Kim Kardashian KKW concealer. So my family is watching soccer right now, so if you hear anything, that's what it is. I also like to use this concealer to basically clean up the brow area. So if you like using an eye primer instead of concealer, I would just take a concealer anyway and clean up around the brows, because I feel like that's how they're gonna look really perfect. So this is the look that we're gonna be recreating from Karen, aka Iluvsarahii. I'm obsessed with this look. I asked you guys on my Instagram, CATANO GLAM, if you wanted to see a recreation of it, and you, for the most part, voted yes. So as you can see, her eyes are super holiday glam intense, but not too dark. So that's what we're going to be doing today with the Lunar Beauty Manny MUA makeup palette, and it's called Life's a Drag. So I'm going to start off by taking the shade Sickening, and I'm going to put it right into the crease with just a good old fluffy brush. So her crease shade is super light, so I don't want to pack on too much color. I just want to make it a nice and smooth transition color. And I'm just doing windshield wiper motions back and forth, and then blending it outward and then blending it inward. Circular motions like this and windshield wiper motions are your best friend when it comes to blending eyeshadow, especially in your crease. I also feel like Karen has a little bit of a pinky shade in her crease, so I'm going to use this color from Tarte. It's called Prim, and I'm going to take the Lunar Beauty eyeshadow brush, basically in the same exact spot that we added the tan shade. If you guys can also notice from the picture, Karen has a super intense black winged smoked out eyeliner going on, and that's what I'm going to try to recreate right now. It might not come out exactly like hers, but I'm going to really try. I'm going to start off with this black shade right here. It's called Shady, and you know what? I'll actually zoom you guys in. I'm going to start off by packing it kind of in a downward motion because her cat eye is super angled like that. And as you can see, I'm literally packing on the color. I'm not blending it. I'm not doing any sort of wiping motion. I'm just packing it on like that. I look like a raccoon right now. Oh my god. And I'm bringing it to about the center part of the eye because I don't want the thickness to be all the way over here, because in the inner corner she does have a really beautiful glitter glam going on. So I'm going to switch over to a gel liner, and I'm taking the same exact gel liner that I've been using lately, and this one is from Pretty Vulgar. I'm going to make sure to coat my entire brush in this, and this I am going to go all the way in here with, just because with this brush I can make a way tinier and precise line. When you say you're not going to do a thick eyeliner and you end up like this. Okay, so it's a lot thicker than I originally planned, but I'm going to leave it like that. No big deal. And I'm going to take this and do kind of like a cat eye because I'm eventually gonna just pack on a little bit more powder. I want it to be super, super smoked out. And whatever residue I have left, I'm gonna apply it to my waterline on the upper part. I wanna make sure I have no gaps where you can see skin when I apply my lashes. I literally look psycho right now. This is honestly real life, and this is why I think you should always do your eyes first if you're gonna go for a really intense look. With the same brush that I used to pack on the color before, I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm gonna go ahead and add some more just to finish smoking out that cat eye. And I'm switching over to a Sigma E20 short shader brush because I think that's what's really gonna help us smoke out the top of the cat eye. And I'm just gonna take it to set the inner portion of this eyeliner. Setting your eyeliner, if it's a gel liner or a pencil liner with dark eyeshadow, is really going to intensify it and lock it in there, making sure that it does not move. So this is what the eyes look like right now. I'm obsessed with them. I think they look really, really pretty. The cat smoky eye thing looks so intense. I could almost leave the makeup like this, but we're gonna kick it up one more notch in the next few steps. So she has a super glittery champagne look going on in her eyes. So for that, I'm gonna start off by applying Beat in the inner corner of the eye, kind of as a base for the rest of the eye makeup. So this is what the eyes look like right now with that shimmery shade. They are really, really pretty, but I think that they're still missing a little bit of glittery intensity. So what I'm gonna do is use this glitter glue from NYX. It's really important to be super precise with this glitter glue because you want it to be exactly where you're gonna apply the glitter. If not, it kind of makes all the other shadows look weird once it starts drying. So just make sure you apply it in the exact spot that you want it. So I'm gonna take this Midnight Rodeo shadow from Urban Decay with the 111 mini angled brush from Luxie. And I'm just gonna tap on that product exactly over the eyeshadow primer, the glitter primer that we applied. I'm gonna hop back into that Beat color because I want a little bit of a pinkier glitter look. So I'm pretty much done with the eyes. The only thing I have to do now is add some lashes, but before we move on, I'm gonna take a little bit of that black and I'm gonna dust away whatever glitter fell onto the black liner because we don't want to take away any of that intensity. So I'm gonna take these premium synthetic lily lashes that are animal cruelty free, which I love, and they were only $11.99 on her site, and they're in the style Dallas. And I'm gonna apply them off camera really quickly, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This is what the lashes look like, my friends. They are so beautiful, definitely glam, so they're not natural at all in any way. So for primer, I'm going to take this Urban Decay oil, and it's called Mix In Facial Oil. So I think you're really supposed to mix it in with your foundation, but my skin's been feeling a little dry lately, so I'm going to apply it right onto my skin. I'm going to take the Naked Skin Foundation from Urban Decay, and I love mixing in shades 2.0 and 3.5. I have about 4 of these foundations for my kit, and out of the 4, I don't have my exact shade, so that's why I like to mix these in. I'm just going to mix it in the back of my hand. I feel like that's the easiest thing to do. If you have clients or anything, I would definitely suggest using maybe a little palette instead. That's definitely more sanitary, but since it's just me, it doesn't really matter. So I am applying this foundation with the Sonia Kashuk 124 brush, and it's kind of like a stippling brush, and I really, really love it because it doesn't soak up a lot of the product like a beauty blender would. So in that case, you really don't have to use a lot and you save a lot more product in the long run. I do like to take a beauty blender or a beauty sponge or whatever and just pick up the excess that's in the back of my hand and make sure to get rid of any streaky marks, because that's the only thing that happens when you use a brush versus a beauty blender. You end up getting streaks. The reason that I used this non-full coverage foundation today was because Karen from Iluvsarahii had a super radiant glow in her makeup look, and I felt that that was from not using a foundation that was super full coverage. We are going to go in with some concealer, of course, so I'm going to take the same KKW concealer that I used to prime my eyes. I am just going to go in on this concealer. She has a very radiant and highlighted look, so I want to make sure I apply concealer to all the high points of my face. I usually never put concealer on my chin because I have a long face, but honestly, I've been saying F it and I do it anyway. I don't care. I like the style of makeup, and but I don't recommend that you do it if you have a longer face. It's just me because I like looking super glam. Now, what I won't put there is actual highlighter because that's just too much. I will always contour my chin, but just letting you guys know. And when you use a concealer that is a little bit more full coverage after using a foundation that's not that full coverage, it really helps get that coverage back, because you can just take whatever is left over and basically bounce it on the other parts of your face. So I'm going to take this shade from the Morphe 9FW palette, and I'm just going to contour my face a little bit with the cream contour. I feel like she's not using a lot of powder, so cream contour is really going to make our look super radiant and glowy. Okay, so this is what I look like with a little bit of that cream contour. I don't know if the lights are too harsh, but if I stand like back here, I feel like you can see it better on camera. It's just a little bit more warm. If you guys want a contour video on how to cream contour and all of that, I know that there's so many videos out there, but if you want me to go ahead and do one of those videos for you, just leave me a comment. So I'm not going to do baking today, but I am going to be using the Aesthetica Cosmetics translucent powder, and I think it's time that I use a different powder because I have been using this powder non-stop in every single video for I don't know how long. So if you guys have any recommendations of powders, I mean, besides Laura Mercier, because it's obvious, then leave me a comment down below. I'm going to use the Morphe M504 brush, and I'm not going to bake anywhere else on the face, but I am going to bake under the eyes and a little on the nose. Almost immediately, I get rid of that baking powder because for some reason, if I bake too long, I feel like my under eye circles pop out even more. So I only like to bake for a little bit, enough to get it not to crease. And the powder I'm using to set the rest of my face is this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Powder. I feel like it gives the skin a radiant look while setting the face. So it doesn't make it look, you know, too powdery. And I'm just doing like a light setting of the face. Karen doesn't have a lot of bronzer, but regardless, I feel like I need some. So I'm going to take the Wonder 2 Perfect Selfie powder in the shade Bronzing Veil. And I'm going to go ahead and put the slightest bit of bronzer along my cheekbones like I normally would. I don't really know what the lower lash line looks like because the picture that she uploaded was looking down, so I have no idea, but I imagine that with a winged eyeliner this intense, she definitely has something smoked out on the lower lash line. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And I'm going to take a mini round brush from Luxie, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that original shade Sickening because I think we need to blend out this black a little. It's a little too harsh right now. So off camera, I am going to apply a little bit of the same gel eyeliner in my lower waterline, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to add a little bit of blush, and it's going to be the exact same shade that we used for the eyes, and I'm only applying a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. Before we put our highlighter on, I want to set my face because I feel like if you put highlighter after, when your face is a little bit damp with the setting spray, the highlighter looks so much more vibrant and shiny. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some of this Master Chrome highlighter in the inner corner of my eyes and also under the brow bone. To highlight the rest of my face, I'm going to take this Liquid Glow from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's in the shade Perla, and you honestly only need a dot of this highlighter because it's so pigmented. So Karen always has a super highlighted forehead, so that's why I'm applying it here. I usually wouldn't do it here. I would do it more like over the brows. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that Master Chrome to really make this highlighter pop in. So for lips, I'm going to mix these three products. I'm going to first take the lip liner called Antique from the brand Il Maquillage, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply this Stark Naked concealer lipstick from Urban Decay. And it's such a pretty nude. And I'm going to go ahead and top it with some Wet n Wild lip gloss in the shade Featherless. My camera's about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, well there you have it. This is the finished look. I'm so happy with how it came out. I hope that you guys really liked it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to comment down below for whatever you want to see next on my channel. Remember to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. I do post on Sundays and on Wednesdays, so stay tuned for the next video. And if you want to watch this video in Spanish, click the link down below.